Ooh, hold it. I see something. Oh my god. I am so tired of you. Eat Stinger.
Someone shoot me with missiles. What the fuck?
Oh, no way. Oh, yes! Yes! I got you with the Stinger! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Please be alive. Yes, yes, let's go, buddy. Oh god!
You are not cleared to fire on civilians.
Sorry! What's up, everybody? For those of you who are maybe new subscribers, this is a game that I've been developing with my community. It's called Operation Harsh Doorstop. You can get it for free on Steam. We have been doing some real incredible things this month. I feel like we're just picking up momentum really quickly. Our developers have been adding in a whole bunch of experimental features. The community's been creating all sorts of incredible mods, and today I want to go through some of the coolest things that has been happening in Operation Harsh Doorstop that you can go and play around with right now for free. Although, if you wanted to donate on Steam, that'd be much appreciated. So, first, I want to talk about the attack helicopters that are currently being play tested. You can go and you can play around with these yourselves, although for all of the people who have donated to the game, we're running a bunch of big multiplayer playtests where we're just putting as many helicopters into the game as possible and just having massive, chaotic battles with ground vehicles, air vehicles, infantry, bots, players, all of it combined, and it's really been incredible. There's also been a number of new maps that the community has created, and some of these maps I think are the best in the game right now. Grozny is one of the maps actually from Project Reality that one of our community members just put the first version of into our game. We've been playing on that a lot. Super fun to finally have some of these Project Reality inspired maps in Operation Harsh Doorstop. And there is the Ald Dakir map, which is probably one of the coolest maps and one of the best looking maps in the game right now. Seriously, this map looks incredible, and it is super fun to play on because it's very open, perfect for helicopters, perfect for insurgency style game modes. Been loving that. However, in addition to that, one of the coolest mods that has been created recently is a prototype mod from our developer Warrior J, who I actually met in Insurgency Sandstorm. He was one of the developers for the ISMC mod before he moved over to OHD, and he has actually created an entire hostage rescue game mode. And keep in mind, it's just kind of like a prototype, but at the same time, these are the kinds of game modes that I think our team sees being in Operation Harsh Doorstop in the future. In the future, we want Operation Harsh Doorstop to not just have like that squad level gameplay. We also want there to be all sorts of different servers that have all sorts of different experiences. Everything from like Rainbow Six Siege, small scale, one life game modes to, you know, kind of like Conquer the Island style Arma game modes. We want to have a wide spectrum of different experiences within our game, especially since it's free, especially since there's a whole bunch of different players that are going to want to play it in a whole bunch of different ways. We want to facilitate that. This hostage rescue game mode is a perfect example of the kind of stuff that we want to start including into the game in the future. Now, in the hostage rescue game mode, obviously you have a hostage, you can go up to him, you can rescue him, just like if you're playing Counter-Strike. You also have a helicopter that the squad leader can utilize in order to observe the area before you go in and actually plan your rescue. And there's also a version of the game mode where you can have a player playing as the hostage instead of the hostage being an AI that you walk up to and interact with. So this brings a whole new layer to Operation Harsh Doorstop that I think is really, really cool, and that's something that we really want to start exploring in future versions of the game. Well, I mean, we're exploring that in current versions of the game because Warrior is experimenting with this right now and he's on the development team, but eventually we want to start bringing this stuff to the base game experience as well as implementing things that are going to make it much easier for modders to create game modes like this, in addition to our developers making game modes for the community as well. Now, part of the hostage rescue game mode is actually a prototype system that has civilians in the game as well. So that's actually one of the coolest additions with this game mode is you have AI civilians that randomly walk around the map. They actually respond to gunfire, so if people just start shooting, the civilians are going to freak out, they're going to start running around, and depending on if they get killed, it might impact one team or another. So for the insurgent or guerrilla forces, it actually doesn't impact them that much. But if the rescuing forces accidentally kill civilians, it's going to take away respawn points from that team. It's really, really cool having that additional layer to this game mode because, you know, you're going to go around a corner and there might be a civilian there, but there might be somebody with a gun like right behind that civilian, and just in a second you have to make that critical decision of which one is the threat. It honestly adds so much more to the game than I even thought it would add. So to start, I actually want to show some footage of our most recent playtest with this hostage game mode. This is still up. You can go and play this right now if you want to go download the game and give it a try, but you guys can kind of see how this game mode works and how much I think it changes the experience of Operation Harsh Doorstop. And keep in mind, this is still only the beginning. As time goes on, we want to add in support for like One Life, Rainbow Six Siege game modes, because this hostage game mode is still like a wave-based game mode, but eventually we want to have it be just full-blown One Life, highly tactical, so you can actually control, just like you can control an Insurgency Sandstorm, you know, whether you're playing a game mode where it's like you just constantly respawn, or if your respawns are significantly more limited, because I think having the option to play those different types of game styles really opens things up. So, let's take a look at this game mode, the Hostage Rescue game mode for Operation Harsh Doorstop.
Soldiers, orders are to escort the VIP to the extraction zone. Keep the target alive, or else the mission is a failure.
Alright, so this is a game mode that our developer Warrior J has been experimenting with, and Warrior, if you're watching this, which I know you probably are going to, I want everybody to know that he has been putting in a significant amount of effort into this, and he's very proud of what he has created, as he should be, because I really do think that this shows how Operation Harsh Doorstop can be a lot more than just like another version of Squad or Hell Let Loose. Like, we really do have the ability to turn this into something like Insurgency or Rainbow Six or even Counter-Strike. Like, you can do a lot of different things, and he's implemented all sorts of little features, such as this helicopter that you saw in the distance. You can actually take control of the camera, and you can use this to scout out positions. And this all works in multiplayer as well, but you can also play this in single player, which is pretty awesome. The fact that this works both online and offline, as that is very much in the spirit of the game, because I really enjoy having offline support. But in addition to you being able to play this both online and offline, he's also added in support for a player to actually be the hostage. So not only do you have a version of this where you can rescue the NPC just, you know, Counter-Strike style, but you can also have a version of this where the hostage is controlled by a player, so Insurgency style. And he's also added in all of these NPC civilians, which can also be controlled by players. So you can have NPC civilians that are randomly running around, and you'll actually see if they get shot at, they'll freak out, they'll run around. But the NPC civilians can also potentially be controlled by players. And if they... Sorry, had to take that guy out. If a player controls the NPC civilian, they have the ability to, like, throw rocks at you and, like, harass you and stuff. In fact, I think that might be one right there, but I'm not sure yet. And you really have to be mindful of rules of engagement now. Alright, so we're pushing up on this Black Hawk, which again, I mean, this is a Black Hawk Down themed game mode. In fact, he also created the Delta Force and Somali factions, which I'm sure if you guys have played Operation Harsh Doorstop and been on the mod workshop, you'll have seen that as one of the more popular mods. But that's actually planned to be an official expansion of the game at some point in the future. I've hired him to work on a number of official factions that are going to be in the game, and I actually think it would be great. Whoops. I think that was a civilian. I think it would actually be really, really cool to have this be a part of one of those expansions. So when we actually have our official Delta Force expansion that's going to be in the base game, this can be part of it. That would be fantastic. Alright, so here we go. We're going to come and we're going to get this hostage. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Please be alive. Yes, yes, let's go, buddy. Oh god! Sorry! When you kill civilians, it will take away a couple of tickets. But as of right now, the penalty is not super extreme.
Okay, let's go.
And now what we're going to do is we're going to have our hostage wait. And we're going to wait for the other helicopter to fly in so we can walk him to the extraction point. But first we have to keep him alive. Might as well keep an eye on the area. See if that helicopter comes in sooner than later. In fact, you can actually see us there. There we are behind the wall. And there's all of our teammates protecting us. Got some enemies walking up. Man, this is so awesome to actually see this in our game. It's so cool playing these mods and, like, getting this experience. And it's like, wow, we made this. This is a community effort. Alright. So, I think, yes, that helicopter that is landing over there in the distance, if you can see it, that is the extraction helicopter. So now, that extraction point's opened up, and we gotta take this guy. Assuming we don't get killed, we gotta take this guy to the extraction point. Counter-Strike style. So let's do that. Alright, here we go. We're almost there. Oh, he stopped right outside the... Come on.
Okay, let's go.
The VIP has
Boom.
been extracted. Return to base.
Look at that. That's absolutely fantastic. And even though there's still a couple of bugs here and there, the fact that this proof of concept actually works is amazing. And I'm very proud of you, Warrior, and I can't wait to actually polish this up and go further with this. Alright, next I want to talk about not just the helicopters, but also the anti-air kits that we're currently testing alongside the helicopters, because the infantry have got to shoot these suckers down somehow, right? Although, unfortunately, I missed that, so we're going to have to keep balancing these. Oh, God! But this is something that our developers have been playing around with. Warrior has been helping out with the anti-air kits. Yoshi's been doing a bunch of stuff with the helicopters, and here soon, Donkey is actually going to be implementing the first underlying system for vehicles in the near future, which I'm very excited about. So, you know, imagine here soon, not only will you be able to have custom factions, but you're also going to be able to have custom vehicles, which I think is going to be really dope. Ooh, thank you. So, you know, here soon the Steam Workshop page is going to be filled with all sorts of different vehicles that are going to go along with the factions. I think that's going to be really great. And as time goes on, you know, we're going to be able to continue making all of the modifications and modifiability more and more modular. Right now, you know, in order to have new weapons and vehicles and stuff, you kind of have to create an entire faction. Here soon, I would like to have it so you can implement individual weapons, you can implement individual vehicles, and you will even be able to potentially edit factions inside of the game itself, kind of similar to how you can edit those factions in a game like Ravenfield. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can hit him this time. Wherever he is, I can't even see him. There he is. Oh my god. Come on. Yes, I hit him. Sick. So, that's all going to be coming up. That's going to be a bunch of stuff that we're working on. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play some footage from our helicopter playtest. You guys can check that out. And then if you guys want to support on Steam, go download it. The game is free. So let's get into that. Alright, so I'm actually going to be flying with Warrior today. We're going to take off. We're going to shoot at some stuff. I'm going to be piloting. He's going to be gunning. And then later we're going to switch. I'll gun. He'll fly, just to kind of show off the game, show off the systems that we're currently working on. Keep in mind, all very much a work in progress, so still a lot of stuff that we have to improve or fix. I mean, the interiors aren't particularly great. A lot of these models are either placeholder or they've been made by people that we either partner with or work with. These particular models have been created by Vigilante, which I actually know the CEO of Vigilante, really great guy. They've given us a bunch of their assets, and a lot of those assets are actually free, so you can go get those yourself if you want. And if you haven't noticed already, we're also still flying on the all-Dakir map, which is fantastic. I mean, seriously, this is a fantastic map. I could easily see us onboarding this guy and putting this in the base game. 100%. It's really great with helicopters as well, so hopefully with this next update, when we finally start getting the first implementation officially of vehicles in, we can start having more maps like this. We're gonna have to take out these guys inside of these construction areas. As you can see, there's our friendly infantry moving in. Hopefully we can capture this objective. I mean, I can't imagine it'll be that hard. One of the things a lot of people have said is, you know, that attack helicopters are probably going to mess up the balance. Keep in mind, the first implementation of vehicles is definitely not going to come with an attack helicopter. The attack helicopter is probably going to stay as a prototype mod for a while. So if you want to download this on the Steam Workshop and play around with it, or if you're a donator and you want to join the attack helicopter playtest, feel free, but this will probably not be on like every single server, at least until we get in more AA. Eventually, I would very much like there to be, like, you know, FOBs that have anti-air emplacements, all sorts of other anti-air vehicles, just so we can balance things out. Eventually, I would really like to get in fighter jets as well, but I think we might have to wait until the maps are a little bit bigger, because I'd really like to implement fighter jets that have realistic speeds, and as you guys may or may not know, fighter jets, I mean, it would go across this entire map in literally like a fraction of a second. But I think the cool thing about Unreal Engine is there's really no hard-coded limits as to what we can do. So we've already been looking into like procedural land generation, maybe making massive environments in the future. And if we have massive environments in the future, maybe when we upgrade to Unreal Engine 5, then we might be able to have jets. I think that would actually be pretty cool. I have seen some people complain and say, oh, if you have a massive map, you're not going to be able to have, you know, like, good infantry gameplay. I actually completely disagree. I think the solution to that is you just have a operational area where the infantry operate, and then, of course, the jets and the helicopters can spawn very, very far away, but if you eject outside of the operational area, you just get teleported back to the airfield. Alright, I think we've kind of laid waste to this. let's go ahead. We're gonna fly back to base, and then I am going to gun, and he is gonna fly. We'll try this out from the other perspective. All right, here she is. And we've actually also implemented another helicopter. We have the Ka-52 on the Russian side. I might actually show that off in the next video, but for now I figured I'd go hard with the Apache because, you know, the Apache's sick, and I love the Apache. All right, let's get in here. And we'll see what we can do about taking out some of these targets. Alright, so there's the objective that we successfully captured previously. You can see where our friendlies are on the map. This map is pretty big. This would make for an excellent insurgency map. Over there. Ooh, something over here, though. That sounds like a big gun, too, like a BTR or something. Oh, yeah. Oh, there he is. Get destroyed. This is really fun, actually, playing with armored vehicles and infantry and air vehicles. Currently, we're playing on a pretty low population server, but the cool thing is that we have AI. So, like, our game actually does have bots. So you'll actually see entire squads of bots attacking the objective. But we do have players that are randomly around, either in tanks or other helicopters, or even on the ground with anti-air man pads. There's a couple of infantrymen that just got destroyed. While Warrior messes with the engine for some reason. See if we can find any other targets. Here, more gunfire. Another big cannon. The other players on the server are probably stalking us. Oh, yeah, there he is. Boom, destroyed. You can see all the bots on the server, so there's only a handful of other developers that we're playing against right now. Hydro run. Oh, we are taking damage, though. Something must have hit us. Oh, yeah, we are smoking. I wonder if that BTR maybe clipped us with a couple of rounds. Either that or maybe there's a man pad down there that kind of got close. We don't have any tones in the helicopter to tell you when you're being locked yet, although obviously at some point we'll have to add something like that in. Like we have enemy infantry back on this objective. Clear those out. Oh, it looks like we took a little bit more damage. Oh, we're still taking damage. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Well, that didn't last. Alright, last I'd like to show off some footage of us testing helicopters and other vehicles in the Grozny map. And for those of you who play Project Reality, you're going to recognize this map. One of our community members took it upon himself, put this all together. It is still very much in an alpha state, because, I mean, even though this map was in Project Reality, he's still remaking it from scratch, as he should. So he's, as far as I can tell, rebuilding this map properly, making all of the assets by himself. And I've been really impressed with what he's created so far. We're actually going to be testing out the Hellfire missiles a little bit in this gameplay as well. And then we'll probably get on the ground and we'll do some ground assaults. So we got this BTR still here. Let's see if we can take this out with a Hellfire. Boom, got him. And as you can see, the vehicles catch on fire before they die, which I think was a nice touch that was added. Although the damage states for vehicles, as time goes on, I'd like to make the damage states for vehicles be more and more detailed. We've got two Ka-52s. These are the Russian helicopters I was talking about earlier. Ooh, there goes one. Boom. And then this is also an enemy helicopter. Although it's an Apache, but I think a developer spawned that in, even though they're Russian. Or on the Russian side. We've got a friendly striker down here. I actually might respawn and see if I can't switch things up and get into the ground war for a little bit. Alright, I respawned at base, and I picked myself up in one of the armored LAV vehicles that I just flipped because I'm stupid. And we're going to go see if we can't support our infantry assaulting this next objective. And these are... Ooh. These are actually AI infantry, but that BTR... Ooh! Well, it's a dead BTR. That was very much a player BTR. Man, look at this. This is so cinematic right now. Oh! Yo, I'm friendly! Or at least I think that's friendly. That could be enemy, I guess. Get revenge on this guy for shooting at me anyways. Even if he is friendly. I think that is hostile, though. Well, this is just how things go on test servers. But let's go ahead and see if we can advance on this train station depot. Here we are at the train station. And I'm actually going to see if I can't... We don't have any friendlies nearby. We have the infantry. Oh, here we go. Yes. Whoops. There we go. All right, FOB has now been deployed. Although that construction system is very placeholder. But you can deploy FOBs. Although there's actually a new version of the FOB deployment system that I think is very superior, that I'm going to be excited to show off in the future. There's a helicopter. Oh, enemy helicopter? Yes, enemy helicopter. Alright, well, I've at least damaged him. Ooh, enemy infantry. Ooh, and an enemy BTR. Oh, yes, 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 yes! BTR down. I actually really love this map. I love this map in Project Reality, and I'm so happy to play this again in OHD. Even though it's very unfinished. We'll get another lab here. Man, look at this. Got a whole mechanized assault going on. That's a shame. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this footage. If you guys want to join us on the server, go download the game. It's completely free. If you want to be a part of these playtests, where we're playtesting some of these systems that we're still working on that will be added in the future, but if you want to donate and play around with us now and play around with all of these mechanics now while they're still in development, please go to our Steam page. Donate there. You can also donate on Patreon if you want, but most people seem to really prefer to donate directly on Steam. You can get a official donator tag on Steam, and you can support development and join all of these playtests that we've been having. I'm really excited to show you guys some of the stuff that we're working on, even that I haven't shown you in this video, and I can't wait to get this out into everybody's hands. I hope you guys are going to be really, really excited for the next big update that we're going to be launching this summer. It's going to come with the first official version of vehicles, although it's not going to come with attack helicopters and some of the big vehicles just yet, because there's still a lot of things that we got to implement to ensure that those are balanced before we push those out. But some of the initial light vehicles, some of the initial armored vehicles, as well as other stuff that we're working really hard to get in, like forward outpost construction, and a lot of the other stuff that I think is really critical to the Project Reality / Squad game loop. That's all coming. So just stick around, stick with us, keep supporting, keep coming into the Discord and all of the playtests, and I swear to you, we are going to get Operation Harsh Doorstop to places I don't think anybody ever thought possible. And eventually, with enough time and support, I feel like we can turn this not just into a good tactical shooter, but maybe one of the best tactical shooters on Steam. But either way, only time will tell. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.